Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today I have a Kashtira deck profile for you. So the deck basically resolves around special summoning level 7s and going to rank 7 XCs. So the deck is very fun. It's not tier 1 by any means, but I've been having lots of fun playing it at locals. And it's something new. A lot of people aren't playing this, so it does catch some people off guard. But anyway, let's get down to the deck profile. So obviously you want to max out on all the names. So you play 3 copies of Fenrir. So all that Kashtira's special summon themselves if you control no monsters. Now that can happen as many times as possible. So for example, if you special summon Fenrir and then Dark Hole and you have another copy in your hand, you can just special summon it again. So Fenrir, great card. It searches for another Kashtira monster, which you can search it for another copy of itself or any other Kashtira. And it has a effect where it declares an attack or your opponent activates a monster effect, you can target a card on the field and banish it face down. So that's great because it doesn't specify monsters. So if they play a floodgate, for example, like Rival Warlords, you can banish that and keep your plays going. You play 3 Kashtira Unicorn, same effect, same thing. Special summon if you have no monsters. And this one searches for the spell. The spell is Kashtira Birth, really great card. And this one has a effect that if it declares an attack or your opponent activates a monster effect, you can look at their extra deck and banish one of their extra deck monsters face down, which is really great, especially against tier user, which a lot of people right now are only playing one kit. So that basically cuts a lot into their combos, and you also get insight on what your opponent is playing. So that's also very good. You play 3 ogre, the weaker of the 3, obviously, but in the grind game, this card is great. So this card searches the trap, which I'll get into a little bit, but when it declares an attack or your opponent activates a monster effect, you can look at the top 5 cards of their deck, banish one of those face down, and put them in the same order. That's the big part, put them back in the same order. So you basically, when it comes down to top decking card, you can control what they top deck, which is great. So you play 2 Birth. So a lot of people playing 3. I'll play 2 because I found that I was drawing 2 of them in my opening hand way too often. So 2 of them for right now is perfect. I don't draw them. I don't draw them as often, and you don't want to. Well, sometimes you want to draw it, but you prefer to search it. And it has the effect you can normal summon level 7 monsters without attributing, which is great because you special summon one Kashtira, you can't special summon another one, so you just normal summon it. And then this has a second effect where you can revive a banish or a Kashtira that's in the graveyard. It doesn't target, so it's even better. They can't, like, for example, DD Crow or anything like that, because it just picks it out. So there's no way for your opponent to know. And the third effect is if your opponent activates a spell card, you can target 3 cards in their graveyard and banish it face down. So any pesky cards like Tragedy, for example, you're going up against Despia or Medora or Keldo, the shufflers for Ishizuti, you can put them back or shuffle them and or either force them out or banish them altogether. You play 1 prep. So a lot of people play 2. I play 1 because it comes up, but not as often. So this is special summon a Kashtira that's banished or in your hand, which comes up sometimes because you do have a Kashtira in your hand, but most of the time, the Kashtiras you want on the field are already there. And it has a other effect. If your opponent activates a trap card and you already control a Kashtira and this is already face up, you can look at their hand and banish one of those face down. So it's basically like a Talons. So that's it for the Kashtira. Now let's get down to the other quote-unquote level 7s. You play 3 Astro Karibos. Card's great. Basically, you reveal an extra deck monster. It has to be a number monster, and it becomes that level. But the downside is you can only go into number monsters, which is fine. You'll see when I get to the extra deck why is fine. And it has an effect where If it's attached as material, the monster cannot be destroyed by card effect. So that's even better. You play 3 Ascended of Thunder. So easy level 7. You pay 3k, special summon it. And it has a second effect where it doesn't come up as often, but it has come up once or twice where if it gets destroyed by battle or your opponent card effect, you gain 5,000. Most of the time you won't use that. You're just using as a level 7 for your rank plays. But overall, pretty great card. So I don't play Side Beast, and you'll see why in a little bit, but hands down, best card in the deck right now, Shifter. So I'm not gonna explain myself. People know why Shifter is a really great card, and we don't care if things get banished. We want our things to banish because it makes our things easier to play with. So I'll play 3 Lava Golem. So that's why I don't play Side Beast, because we don't play a lot of hand traps. We play the Lava Golem because it let them do their thing, then just Lava Golem. And then we can't normal summon, so Side Beast is a normal summon, which is, it's one or the other, right? And personally, in my opinion, I'd rather remove 2 other monsters than have 1 normal summon. Now we play 1 Wind Barrier. Now a lot of you saying how, why? I'll show you why in the extra deck, but Unicorn is a wind. So if you set up your full board and then special summon Unicorn afterwards, it's perfectly fine. Now for the spells, play 3 Sacred Swords of 7 stars. Is the draw 2 of the card. So if you banish from hand or field, a lot of people forget you can banish from field and then draw 2, which is great. Play 3 Talons. Obviously, hand traps are starting to become a little more relevant at my locals anyway. So it's always best because the deck does brick a good amount of times. So that this helps you unbrick by drawing 2. Play 2 instant contacts. It's basically instant fusion, but for level 7s, in my opinion. I'll show you the targets. Play the one-ofs. Play 1 Called By, 1 Duster. I main deck Duster in every single one of my decks. A lot of people don't do that, but I do it just because you never know what you're gonna play against. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Yeah, I know mine's gone, but still. Messenger of Peace right now, for some reason, I see a lot more relevancy. But overall, now for the traps, play 3 Imperm. Imperm right now is the best hand trap. It plays around Talons, and most decks can't stop it. It takes more than one more hand trap to stop most decks, but it's enough to slow them down. And then for the final, I'll play 3 Macrocosms. 2 Macrocosms, my bad. So Macrocosm speaks for itself, banishes everything. We want our Kashtira monster to get banished. So a lot of people play Defissure. I don't play Defissure because honestly, I don't have it. But if I would play, honestly, I would either take down the Talons and the Call By maybe. But since right now they're working pretty well for me. So for the extra deck, you play 1 Kashtira Shangri-La. It's a weird name. I just call it Shangri-La. Play 2 Diabolos, the Mind Hacker. This card's great. Because we're banishing everything, this comes up a lot. So you attach 1, you look at your opponent's extra deck, you banish one of them face down. And it has a second effect. When your opponent card gets banished face down, they banish cards top of their deck up to the number of cards that are banished face down. So you got 5 other cards banished face down and another one banished, that's 6, and this banished another 6, so that's 12 cards they got banished face down. Obviously you play 1 Zeus. Now you play Ray Raptor Arsenal Falcon. So this is for the Wind Barrier. Now, because some people are gonna ask how you summon Wind Barrier. So this is it. After you go your full combo, depending, like game 2 or game 3, depending, you know what your opponent is playing. You go full combo, this, then summon the wind barrier. It either forces them to go into the battle phase right away and swing, or they just pass. So, you know, at the very least, you're buying a turn. Play Draco Sack. Play Titanic Moth. This is great when it comes to game 3 and comes to time. You make it, you swing, and then you go to Zeus and pass. Play a Red Flare. Same thing. You're playing with time. You know, time rules right now are really a big thing. Play one big eye. Instant contact. You play Aqua Neos. I see a lot of people playing Dark Neos, but this plays around the Bestials because it's a water. And now you play one BLS. Great card. It says since everything's level 7, it says if it's used by level 7 or higher, it cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Great. You play one Absolute. Now people are wondering why I play Absolute. I'm going to show you. So that's the way to FTK in this deck. You play Rebellion Overlord, Repaying Dragon, and you play Overlord. So you get rid of this with Gravity Controller. It's an effect. Special summon Rebellion Dragon and then go into Overlord. And basically you swing 3 times for 3k. Leaves it down to almost nothing. And if you still have more monsters, you go into Red Eyes and boom, they have 1 effect left. If you leave them with 1,000. Now, the side deck is always different, but I'm going to show you for my locals anyways. Play 3 Judgment. Judgment's a great card. We don't play negates, so, you know, 1 evenly and basically advantage. We're down to 1 card. Dark Ruler. Obviously going second. 3 Lightning Storms. 3 DD Crow. Now I was thinking of DD Crow or Bestials, but DD Crow just hits everything. It doesn't restrict, so. And then 3 Ash. And guys, that is the deck profile. And like I said, I've been having a lot of fun with this. It's been very, very good to me. Obviously, when it gets its new support, it's going to be absolutely busted. But, you know, thank you for your time. And if you made it to the end, you know, please think of liking and subscribing. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.